What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. I am your cook, Spinelli. I'm also the self-proclaimed wing king and the prince and ruler of all lemon pepper wings. Now, you ain't gotta like that, but you will respect it. So click that card above me. That's all the proof you're gonna need. Now, today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make fried whiskey wings. This is a delicious recipe, and I'm telling you, when you add a little alcohol to the sauce, I'm telling you, it does wonders for this chicken. All right, guys, so I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's recipe. What we have here, we have our Publix green wise chicken, pineapple juice, flour. We're going to use some water, some Jack Daniel's whiskey, salt, teriyaki sauce, garlic, canola oil, brown sugar, some cornstarch, some ground red pepper, and we're going to use some of this McCormick's brown sugar bourbon seasoning. So these are the ingredients, so let's get started. All right, so I've already measured out our ingredients and cut and clean our chicken. So what we have here, we have 1 cup of flour, we have 2 teaspoons of salt, we have 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1/8 cup of bourbon seasoning, 1 1/8 cup of pineapple juice, 1 1/8 cup of brown sugar. We have 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of whiskey, 1/4 cup of teriyaki, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 3 to 6 teaspoons of garlic. So this is what we're going to use. So let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to season our chicken. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our salt, we're going to add it to our chicken pieces. Next, grab your bourbon seasoning, add it to your chicken. Now, guys, you can use as little or as much as you want. I like to make sure my chicken is seasoned. It looks like a lot, but once you get to stirring it and that seasoning gets on all sides of that chicken, it's probably not going to be enough for me, but that's all I'm going to use. I love this season. This is some good seasoning. So give this a good mix. This is what it looks like. Let's move on. All right, so now it's time for us to line our baking sheet with aluminum foil. Also, you want to spray your grates with cooking spray. This allows for easy cleanup and also make sure your chicken doesn't stick to your pan. All right, let's move on. All right, so what we're going to do now is add our chicken pieces to our pan, skin side down, 1/2 inch to 1 inch apart. Try not to overcrowd your pan. Give your chicken pieces a little room to cook and breathe. All right, let's move on to the next step. All right, guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to place these bad babies in the oven, and we're just going to allow them to cook for 25 minutes. We're not going to turn them over or flip them over. During this time, we're going to set them in this 400-degree oven. Again, we're going to let them cook for 25 minutes. So stay with me. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get our sauce cooking. So what we're going to do is you want to add your olive oil to a pot. Let it heat up. Then you want to drop in your garlic, and you want to stir that. And you want to saute your garlic. And you want to allow your garlic to cook until it's translucent. You don't want to overcook your garlic. Next, add your whiskey. Give it a good stir and let it cook down for like 2 to 3 minutes. Then you want to hit it with some of that water. Next, your pineapple juice, your teriyaki sauce, and your brown sugar. And don't forget that red pepper. And you want to give this a good mix. And you want to bring this mixture to a boil. Continue to stir it. Once it starts boiling, you want to add your cornstarch. I mix my 2 teaspoons of cornstarch with 2 teaspoons of water, and you want to add this to your sauce, and you want to stir it up. What this does is going to thicken the sauce. So add that. Continue to stir it. As you're stirring it, you want to bring your heat down. Your sauce will begin to thicken. And once it starts to thicken, you want to turn the heat down to simmer and you want this to simmer for about 5 minutes. All right, guys, so now our 25 minutes is up. I'm going to pull these bad babies out of the oven. They are not fully cooked. Keep in mind, these are not fully cooked. They've only been in there 25 minutes. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. We're going to finish them off in a fryer. So go ahead. I'll see you in the next step. All right, so now that your sauce is done, what you want to do is you want to take an empty dish and you want to pour this into an empty dish, and we're going to reserve this until the chicken pieces are done. All right, so let's move on. All right, so in this step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to season our flour. I'm going to use about a teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of that Bourbon brown sugar seasoning. Guys, whenever I fry chicken, I have to season my flour. All right, give that a good mix, and we'll continue. All right, so what I'm going to do in this step, I'm going to take those chicken pieces. I'm just going to drop them into this flour, mix those chicken pieces into this flour mixture, and I'm just going to remove them and add them back to our baking sheet. So make sure you do this for all the pieces, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to drop these bad babies in this 350-degree grease, and you're not going to cook these long now. You're going to cook them for about 2 to 4 minutes. Again, you know once your chicken is done because it begins to rise to the top, but typically you're going to allow these to cook for 2 to 4 minutes. All right, so now our chicken pieces are done. Look at that. Look at that color. Beautiful. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sit it on a cooling rack, and then I'm going to fry my second batch. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next step. All right, so now I've cooked both batches. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to sauce these things. You wanna take that whiskey sauce, and you just want to spoon it, or you can pour it over your chicken pieces. I'm going to go ahead and pour all this over these chicken pieces. And of course, you want to take a lid and do a little shake it, bake it, bake it, bake it, shake it, bake it, bake it, bake it, bake it, bake it, bake it. All right, remove your lid. Take a look at that. Let's move on to the next step. All right, so what we're going to do, we're adding these over to a clean plate. Take a look at it.
And there you have it, guys.
And let's finalize this recipe.
Fried whiskey wings. Amazing. Absolutely, exceptionally beautiful. They look delicious. I can't wait to bite into one of these wings. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Go ahead, guys. Hit the like button on this video. I know you like it because I love it. And remember, the measurements and the ingredients are all in the video description below. Also, if you don't have any of these items, you can always click those links in the video description below and you go to Amazon and purchase them. It really helps the channel out. And I really appreciate you guys for stopping by, checking me out with these good wing recipes. Don't forget to hit that like button. Also, if it's your first time here, go ahead, subscribe if you like good wing recipes. And that's all I have for today. I'll see you guys in my next video. And I am out. Peace.